This week on Competition Ready, we're lending a hand to industry icon and avid car enthusiast Bruce Meyer, getting his stunning 1929 Bentley ready and shining before it takes center stage on the Grand Boulevard at the Classic Auto Show. We've got a lot to do and not a lot of time, so let's get to work. When the world's top builders need their cars to shine, they call Autogeek and their team of expert detailers to prepare their custom creations for some of the most prestigious automotive events in the industry. Join Mike Phillips and me as we team up with the country's top surface technicians to polish these incredible cars to perfection at that critical final moment before the doors open and the crowds begin to arrive. From the shop to the show, we're there to make these rides competition ready. Inside this garage is Bruce Meyer's incredible collection of cars. But today, we're only concerned with one ride from this collection, a 1929 Bentley. This car is stunning already, a work of automotive art, but it's slated to be the centerpiece on the Grand Boulevard at the Classic Auto Show and needs to look the part. And that's where we come in. Bruce is a fixture and an icon in the industry, with an insatiable love for cars that goes way back to his childhood.
I've been a car guy from birth. My mother wrote in my little baby book with my weight and the lock of my hair, Bruce loves anything with wheels, and that has never changed.
He really is a true car fanatic, insisting he drive every one of his cars and motorcycles, making sure all of the rides in his incredible collection sees ample road time. His passions have always revolved around racing, from hot rods to Le Mans, which eventually led him to track down and buy this amazing Bentley, which is exactly the style raced at Le Mans back in the early days.
This is the first year of the Classic Auto Show. So they asked if I would be the Grand Marshal. I will do anything that helps promote our great hobby. So it felt very good to me. If I can help in any way to make the show any better or any more enthusiastic, I love just bringing car people together. And we all know that the cars bring us together, but it's all about the people. So I'm looking forward to it. Hi.
Hey, how we doing, Bruce?
How you doing?
Good.
AJ?
Good to see you.
Normally, we detail the cars ourselves. And this car really means a lot to me. It's on the Grand Boulevard. It's where everybody's gonna see it. So we figured, what better group to bring out the best in this car than Mike and AJ. So we're delighted to have them here. Where there is patina, let's leave the patina.
Sure.
And I think what people appreciate is that it really looks like, you know, it's used.
Now, is this leather on the body of the car?
This is a wood frame with a fabric over the top. And
It's actually called Rexine, isn't it?
good for you.
Yeah.
I mean, I wasn't even gonna go there, but that is exactly what it's called. It's a fabric body, and I like it glossy. And I'm not a shiny person,
Yeah.
but
Okay.
as much gloss as you can get out of the body.
Yeah.
And the reason I like it glossy is because the body meets the shiny hood. You know, and if there's too much contrast, I think it breaks up the lines in the car. So I'll say, you know, show me what you got.
Making a car shiny is one thing, but cleaning and protecting all kinds of different materials is what makes this Comp Ready team really stand out. And this Bentley is definitely gonna test our skills.
When we get to the majority of the paint up here, one of the things I notice is both the louvers and the rivets or the brads here. And if you look up here, you can even see some of the paint has been worn off already.
Yep.
There's chips on the hinge.
Yes, sir.
And because this is a raised, thin, sharp edge, you know, this is some areas we'll really be careful with.
Good, I appreciate that. The good things, these are big louvers. You can almost get your hands in them.
Yeah, bigger's better when it comes to louvers.
Yeah, yeah. So what do you think?
We've got our work cut out for
You
us,
up
is
for the
what I
challenge?
think. Yes.
It's a very ornate car. These
Yes,
are complex cars to work on.
Stunning. I mean, this is literally a rolling piece of art.
Mike and AJ, take good care of my Bentley.
Don't worry, Bruce. We've got a team of guys that's gonna treat your baby right.
Hey guys, this is a 1929 Bentley. We're gonna be getting this ready for the Grand Boulevard at the Classic Auto Show. And this is actually a very complex vehicle to work on. Because of its intricacies, we're gonna be doing a lot of work by hand. We also have to be very careful of some of the things, like if you look up here, see the tarnished brass? Okay, the owner does not want us to disrupt that patina. We can't have any mistakes. Hey, first thing, guys, let's get this thing clean using a waterless wash. And make sure you use the fluffy side of the towel, not the flat weave. Let's go. We use these a lot on cars like this because we don't want to introduce water into areas that could cause rust, because that's a huge restoration cost. But the cool thing about this is the type of product that you can use on your own car, in your own garage, without having to drag out the hose in the bucket, or say if it's winter, everything's frozen outside.
Exactly. Now, what about the wreck scene? Are we able to use the waterless wash on that?
You bet. You know, this is a race car that's driven, and chances are it could get caught in the rainstorm. So if it can get wet from a rain in a rainstorm, it can get wet with the waterless wash.
All right.
Here you go, bud.
All righty.
Okay.
No time to dilly-dally. This car has to be perfect. We've got a lot to do, and the show opens tomorrow. Here we go. Tomorrow, the Classic Auto Show opens to the public. This is a massive event filled with celebrities, industry icons, and some of the most amazing rides on the planet. And our job is to detail and prepare one of the event's showcase pieces, Bruce Meyer's 1929 Bentley. This car needs to be a signpost for the show, so it's gotta be perfect. All right, Mike, so we just finished with the waterless wash. Now we're moving on to the wreck scene. What's gonna be the plan of action?
Okay, this isn't actually original wreck scene, because this is a restoration and that technology was gone. So this is actually more akin to vinyl.
Okay.
And what you have in your hand right now is a vinyl cleaner, conditioner, protectant. Does 3 things in one step. And because Bruce says he actually likes this to have a little bit of a shine, not a lot,
Okay.
that's what we're gonna get. It's gonna clean it, condition it, and give it some shine.
All right.
And it's real simple to use. Just take and bury the nozzle into that microfiber applicator pad and just start pumping it full. That way we're not spraying the spray onto the car.
Okay.
That way to get over all these other surfaces.
Now, how much should I
You don't
put
want to
in?
get it dampened. You know,
Okay,
you don't
so
want
really
it dripping wet, but you want it dampened. So
soaking, okay.
yeah, you have plenty of product to work with.
Okay.
Then go ahead and just try it on this door right here. Just rub it in, kind of like you're putting oil on dry skin.
So why are we doing the wreck scene first instead of the paint?
Well, good question, and the reason why is because, so when the guys are doing the machine polishing or any other step, if they accidentally get anything onto the wreck scene, it'll wipe right off because this is a protectant.
The protectant.
Yeah.
Okay, that makes sense.
So that's why I wanted to do it first. Well, just like that, you worked it in really well, then
Okay.
clean microfiber towel, wipe off any excess, and that will be the finished look right there. And feel it. Feels nice and smooth and
Yeah,
clean.
and not greasy.
Not greasy. Won't attract dust. Perfect for when it's on display outside.
All right, so let's get the guys over here and let's get back to work because we've got a lot to cover still. It's intimidating working on a timeless classic like this, but with Mike leading the team, we can all be confident that we're giving this car the treatment it deserves. And from the fabric on the outside of the car to the fabric on the inside. All right, Mike, so we're done with the Rexine. Now, are the seats also Rexine or is it leather?
These are actually leather.
Okay.
So we're gonna put a leather conditioner protectant on them. What do you think of the cool finger pockets?
These are cool.
Yeah. And basically what this is gonna do, this is the Pinnacle leather conditioner. It's water-based, and for something like this, or for any car really, it's important because this won't hurt the stitching. There's no petroleum solvents or no petroleum distillates in it, and that's kind of the weak part on upholstery, is not so much the material it's made of, but how it's sewn together.
Got it.
So it's important to do that. And this is real simple, you know, basically just hold that out. And I would take my finger right now and just kind of push that into the foam. It won't hurt you. In fact, some people apply this with their bare hands.
Okay.
It's that safe, okay? And then just I'll let you get in there and do this, but then just start massaging into the leather, just like you did with the Rexine. This is actually for the tonneau cover. There you go.
Okay.
This is a product that actually won't give any gloss or shine. It'll give it a natural sheen.
Okay.
So like it would when it was brand new. It'll
And that's
maintain
what
it.
Bruce wants too.
Yeah. Go ahead and give that just a soft wipe.
Okay.
Wipe off any of the excess. Fill it with your bare hand.
Okay.
Soft and supple.
Yeah. They just don't make them like this anymore. This car is so detailed and intricate, it's taking everything we've got to make it shine. But not to worry, when you call the best, you get the best. We're getting closer to making this Bentley look like $1 million, which is actually underselling a bit. Now that we're on to the details, we're going the extra mile to attempt the fabled $1 billion shine.
Okay, guys, I did the baggy test. It failed. Okay, so that means we need to clay it. For this, we're gonna use the Pinnacle Ultra-Fine Poly Clay. And the reason why we're gonna go with this is because although I can fill contaminants with the baggy test, it's not that bad, but it's something we do gotta remove. So we don't need an aggressive clay. We want this ultra-fine clay. This clay comes in like looks like a soap bar, right? You guys have all seen this. Here's what you do. Twist it like taffy. What this is gonna do is it's gonna warm it up so you can actually work with it. Put this between your palms and then watch it. You grab your hands like this because you're gonna squish and slide. And what you've done is you've started a patty, you got it going, and that's just half the battle. Then just take your thumbs and knead this so it's into like a pancake shape, right? So now you got it like that, put on your hand like that, put down the clay lube and go to town. Let's get this over with so we can get to the next part, which is polishing.
Bruce definitely wasn't lying. These cars have been driven, which is fairly evident by the amount of dirt we're pulling off with the clay. Once we're finished with the decontamination, we can move on to the polish. All right, Mike, so claying is done. How are we gonna polish this paint?
Well, we're gonna use some pads from Buff and Shine.
Okay.
And this is actually single-stage paint, but it's modern paint. And it's black single-stage paint, which tends to be pretty soft. So instead of using a cutting pad, I've already done some testing, and we're gonna actually get away with a soft finishing pad.
Okay.
And I got 2 different sizes here, a couple different polishers.
And have you already did the light test, or do we still have yet to do that?
This thing has swirls. I can show you that.
Okay.
So check this out, AJ.
That's a lot of swirl marks.
Yeah. Although this is an old car, it's not antique single-stage paint, it's modern single-stage paint. So when you're buffing, we're actually probably gonna see a little bit of black coming off, and that's normal, nothing to be scared about.
We'll get worried.
Yeah.
I think I understand how museums feel when they're restoring some priceless piece of art. It's a little nerve-wracking, but you feel great when you see the finished product.
Okay. Well, let's see how you did. Comes the Cruel Master.
Reveal time.
Wow.
I did good.
You're pretty good. And black paint is the hardest.
Yeah.
You know?
And for those intricate, hard-to-reach areas, we use the same polish with the finger pads to make sure we cover every single inch of this incredible car. From grille to exhaust, this car isn't as big as most luxury rides from the era, but we're finding out smaller doesn't necessarily mean less work. This is the final stretch. We're leaving no stone unturned. With a car like this, basically the epitome of luxury on wheels, we've no choice but to be meticulous, which means we've still got work to do. This is it. We can finally see the light at the end of the tunnel. Tomorrow morning, this stunning ride will make its way to the Classic Auto Show, where it will park center stage on the Grand Boulevard. Pretty soon, this beauty will be ready to dazzle. All right, Mike, I see the guys are waxing. I've got my finger pocket on, so almost done?
Yeah, almost done. We're putting the wax on, so that kind of seals the deal, so to speak.
Okay.
This is a show car wax. It's a traditional paste wax.
Okay.
It's a Pinnacle Sovereign. It's just gonna bring out that deep, dark black shine that's gonna set this car off. So just swipe this. I already started. You can just kind of finish it. I'll do the hard part. I'll watch.
Okay.
There you go. And again, this just kind of, I like to use the word schmoo. Just kind of schmooze over the whole paint. Gives it a nice, even, uniform gloss. And then we just let this sit up for like a few minutes and we wipe it off.
Almost done. All right, Mike, what do you think?
I think it looks good. I think we're done.
This was a lot of work, but I think Bruce is gonna be impressed. This Bentley is looking better than new. Now, all we gotta do is get his final approval.
Oh my God,
Bruce, we're done. What do you think?
breathtaking. Oh my God, it just looks spectacular. I don't want to drive it anymore.
I know.
We'll just encapsulate it. It is perfect. I walked around the corner and there was this amazing Bentley that just shined like a jewel. These guys just nailed it. I just hope the viewers can see the complete package like I can. It's fabulous. This is immaculate, spotless, never, ever looked this good. They exceeded my expectations in the balance of detail. I think they really have it down. They know how to treat different finishes and different metals. It's an art. My God.
It's definitely a showstopper.
It is. It just is, isn't it? I mean, it's got just enough detail to be like super interesting and great heritage, but it just looks so perfect. I'm so proud to have it here, and couldn't be happier having you guys lay your hands on it, you and your team, and what an amazing group you put together. I hope that the folks coming to the auto show will really appreciate it, because I sure do.
I'd say Bruce was pretty happy. And I'm sure once this beauty hits the Grand Boulevard, it'll be making a lot of other auto fans happy too.
Mike, AJ, and the entire team, my hat's off to you. The car looks fantastic, and I can't wait to share it with the folks at the show. Today, we're at the LA Classic Auto Show. We had a great ride down, pulled it into the convention center, let it sit overnight, and it looked as good this morning as it did yesterday in the garage.
Bruce is one of the most important figures in the auto industry, and having his involvement and his Bentley on site is a huge boost to the credibility of the event. From the fans, the celebs, and personalities to the amazing cars and sponsor booths, the Classic Auto Show is destined to make a serious mark in the car show circuit.
The car looks magnificent here on the Grand Boulevard, and I just hope everybody enjoys it as much as I do.
The Bentley is definitely drawing some attention, but this show has a lot going on. From the Grand Boulevard, to the car clubs, to the vendors and celebrities, there's a whole lot to see. And though the Bentley might have the leading role, the supporting cast is pretty spectacular too.
Welcome back, welcome back. What's your favorite network? Ooh, I like that.
We've had all ages here, and I think the Bentley is the star of our little compound. Well, this has been a fabulous experience working with AJ and Mike, and the car looks great. The whole experience has been fantastic for me.
The hours were long, the work was hard, but Mike and his team have definitely made Bruce's Bentley competition ready.